Okay, I'm gonna graph it in blue. So we graph the 3 part first. So you're gonna go to the Y line and find the -3 and put your dot. Okay, and then from there, we are gonna go up 7. And then we're gonna go over 3 which way? I need a negative line. Which way am I going over 3? To the left or to the right? Which is it? You said both. It's gonna be the left, okay, because I want a negative line. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the left 3, and that's gonna be my dot. Okay, line number 1, you have to make as many dots as possible. Okay, so I cannot make another set of dots because I would have to go 7 over 3, and that's not on the graph. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and connect our dots and draw our line. Okay, and so that's my first line. There is one difference from yesterday to today, actually, so I just remembered. And then for line 2, it's gonna start at +3. Okay, and I'm gonna do this one in purple. Okay, so we're gonna go to the Y line and find the +3. And my slope is what? -1/3. Okay, so from the dot I just made, we're gonna go up 1 and over 3 which way? Okay, we're gonna go up 1 and over 3. And notice how this one is blue and purple. That's our intersection point, okay, or our solution. Okay, so this one in this case has one solution. And you guys don't need to, but you could even go down 1 over 3, down 1 over 3, okay, and make as many. But as soon as you get that intersection point, then you could be done graphing. Okay, the only new part is how we write the solution. Okay, that's the only new part. Yesterday I just had you circle it. Okay, and so we write that because it's a location or it's a coordinate, we're gonna write it as such. Okay, so when we write a coordinate, it goes x comma y. So we're gonna write this. Okay, it's gonna be -3, 4. -3, 4. That's our actual answer. Okay, and so that's the only difference between yesterday and today is going to be how we actually write that intersection point. Okay, because yesterday I just had you circle it. Okay, so you're going to look down and you would look over, and that's how you would see it's at -3 and at 4. Can I scroll? Okay, number 3. Line 1 starts where? At 4. Okay, and it has a slope of what? 1 and 1. Okay, so there's nothing there. Okay, now it is a -1/1. Okay, so you're gonna have to go up 1 and over 1 to the left or to the right? The left. Okay, again, on line 1, you have to make as many dots as possible. So because the slope's 1, you're gonna have a lot. Okay, so we went up 1 over 1. You're also gonna need to go down 1 over 1. Down 1 over 1. Okay, and the reason that we have to make as many on line 1 is because when you start to draw your second line, if you don't have as many dots, you may or may not even be able to see where that intersection point is at. Okay, so line 1, you always make as many dots as possible. Line 2, you make the least amount as possible, meaning hopefully you can get it with just the slope and the y-intercept. Okay, so line 2 starts at 1. Okay, and I'm going to go, my slope is 1 over 2. So I'm going to go up 1 over 2, which way? Right. Right. Okay, and again, if you're not even sure what makes the most sense, we're looking for an intersection. Okay, so if we would go 2 this way, it's not going to intersect. Okay, so we need to go this way. And as soon as you hit that intersection point, you can quit making dots. Okay, because you couldn't make more dots. You could say up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2. Okay, and then we need to write this as a coordinate. So you're gonna look down and see what that number is, and you're gonna look over and see what that number is. And that's what happens to be 2, 2. Can I scroll? Okay, number 5. Where does line 1 start out at? 2. At 2. What is my slope? 1. Okay, so we're going to go up 1 over 1. Which way? Do I need a positive or negative 1? Positive. So we're going to go to the right. So we're going to go up 1 over 1. Up 1 over 1. Up 1 over 1. Okay, and then we need to do all of the downs. So you're going to have to go down 1 over 1. Down 1 over 1. Okay, line 2 starts where? Negative 3. Okay, and I have a slope of what? Negative 1 over 4. So I'm going to go up 1. Which way makes sense to go over 4? This way or this way? To the left, okay, because we want that intersection. Okay, what is my intersection point? What's the x? Negative 4. What's the y? Negative 2. Perfect. Okay, so we always look at the up and down first, and then we look at the over. Okay? Number 7. Line 1 starts at 2. And it has a slope of 1 over 2. So we're going to up 1 over 2 to the left. Up 1 over 2. Okay, and then you need to check all the down. So down 1 over 2. Down 1 over 2. Line 2 starts at negative 1. And it has a slope of what? What's this one's slope? 1. Okay, so we're going to go up 1 over 1. Okay, well, did I get an intersection point? Not yet. Okay, so I got to keep going. Okay, so we're going to have to go up 1 over 1. Okay, and you got to keep doing that until you get an intersection point. So in this case, on this one, you need to have 3 dots. Okay, sometimes you can get it in 2, sometimes you can get it in 3. Sometimes you can get it on the first one, but. Okay, and that coordinate is what? 2, 1. Good. Okay, and again, that represents a location. It represents our solution and that intersection point. Tired?
Yeah, very.
You look very tired. Did you just wake up or what?
Well,
Woke up and come to school?
yeah, I took some sleeping stuff before.
Number 9. Graph 1 starts at negative 3. And it has a slope of 1, so you're gonna go up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, and make as many dots as possible. And then you also need to go down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1, and make as many dots as possible. Okay, line 2 starts where? At positive 3. Okay, so line 2 starts at positive 3. What is my slope? It is kind of 5. It is kind of negative 5. But 5 doesn't tell me exactly what I need. 5 over 1. Okay, so again, if there's no number underneath, because we have to go up and down and then left and right, you need that number on the bottom. Okay, so it's really 5 over 1. Okay, can I go up 5? No, I have to go down 5. And this is where it gets tricky, so think about, I need a negative line. Okay, so I'm gonna have to go down 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and I need to go over 1. And either way, you can look at it and think, well, what makes the most sense? If I go over 1 this way, is that an intersection? No, it's not, and it's not. Okay, so that's not gonna work. So you're gonna have to go over 1 this way instead. Okay, what is that intersection point? One comma what? Negative 2, perfect. Okay, 1 through 10, you guys need to do. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 is extra credit. Okay, so draw yourself a little like squiggly line right here. That way I remember, or if my intern grades it, then they know. Okay, this is all extra credit. Okay, and then everything included on the back. Okay, so 1 through 10 you need to do.